just as a little reminder, guys, I won't be uploading this weekend. I will be in Montreal, Canada at the Rainbow Six Invitational. Hello people of the internet, this is Red, keep everything coming at you, and I'm going to be giving you guys a quick little video about my favorite, basically everything. Favorite operators, favorite settings, favorite display settings, favorite blah 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 blah. So this is going to be a quick little video, and you guys would just get a glimpse to see and like what I like and what I prefer. And it maybe can help you in your game, and maybe you can change your settings depending on what you see from me. So basically, let's start off gameplay. This doesn't really matter. The only thing I don't like is I don't like to display my game info in the top right. It sometimes distracts me, in my opinion. I don't like seeing this. And just a reminder, I am on PC, so things might be different if you are looking on from Xbox or PlayStation. So audio, English, subtitles off. In the beginning of this season, like the very first season, I had these on because they had a glitch where you could actually sometimes hear the enemy team, but they have fixed that glitch, so I just turned them off because this is just a distraction. Master volume 100, music is at 0, dialogue's at 20, hi-fi, voice chat volume is 100, push to talk, these really don't matter, it's just kind of what you prefer. Display, this is actually not accurate. My display, I put it up to, I can't show you because if I put it up there, the whole recording's gonna mess up, but I put it at basically, I can't think of the number, but it's just a lot more than that. So my monitor can go up to 4K. I basically go as close to 4K as possible because my frames do not drop. And I like to see the game really well so I can just get those headshots easier. That is something many Pro League players will probably disagree with me on. They go the lowest settings. I cannot stand that because I feel like I can see people better when my graphics are high. Full screen, 144, aspect ratio is auto. Some people change this, I don't bother with it, I'm used to what I have. VSync, always off, never have VSync on, and widescreen letterbox, always off. Never have these on, unless widescreen letterbox kind of depends, but VSync, always have it off. For field of view, I have it at 82. Used to play at 90, but lots of Pro League players started rolling it down to 82, so that's exactly what I did. I like 82 better than 90. 90, sometimes there's a stretching effect, and you can miss your headshots even though it looks like you hit them. 82, I recommend. I think normal 75. I just boosted it up to 82. Gives you just a little bit more depth. I like it a lot better. Graphics. I put everything at very high. Like I said earlier, I do not have FPS drops. My computer is fairly good, so I can run this at like 180 consistently without even a problem. So I put everything basically at ultra, very high. Sometimes, if I'm really trying to, like, I guess, conserve energy, I don't know. I really don't change this much, but sometimes, sometimes certain days my frames do go down, or it's just like a glitch with the servers, I do put these down occasionally, but most of the time I really like to see the game as good as it can be. But ambient occlusion I turn off, lens effects I turn off, zoom in, depth of field I turn off, and for some reason I always change these, but they never save. And I always put these at 100. This is another thing probably Pro League players don't agree with me with because it brings down your frame rate, but it doesn't really affect me. But basically what this does is I just like this. It renders the thing better. So like with my current setting right now is 1920 by 1080, and I like it because it basically just makes your whole game that, if I'm correct. I might be completely wrong, and this could be stupid to have on, but whatever, I like it, I keep it like that. And then TAA sharpness I put all the way to the top because I can see players better when it's like that. And again, on certain computers, you guys might have to, the first things I'd probably take down are these, and then make sure you have all of these off, and then just go down with these. If your computer's not as like strong or as like fast and you are getting frame rate comes before detail. Just remember that. That's a huge thing. Controls. My controls are really fucking weird. So this I actually changed a lot. Actually, not really. This is my 40. It seems like a lot, but my DPI is very low. You want to try to have the lowest aim down sight sensitivity. So my DPI is like about, I think 400, 600 around there, and I have 40. So my aim down sights is very slow, which is something you guys should try to get used to. All of this this is all basically preference, but just to look at my controls are super weird when you look at like all of these. And the reason this is because I actually put most of my controls on my mouse. And the reason I do that is because for some reason I really just love leaning with my mouse and not with my keyboard. So on my mouse, I use a Logitech mouse, and if you're familiar with most Logitech mouses, all of them have 2 buttons on the side, and those 2 buttons, I'm just doing it in general for Logitech mouses, but those 2 buttons, I always have the top one as my lean left and the bottom one as my lean right, and I feel like I just love that, as I just can never can use lean on the keyboard for some reason. And that's just my preference, but you guys can do whatever you want. Now on to my favorite operators. So basically, my favorite operators are gonna be, I don't know why, but my audio just cut out there. Oh, I have my headset on sleep, so if nothing's really happening, then yeah, whatever. I don't even think I put the audio on for this match, so it doesn't even matter. But basically, my favorite operators are going to be, well, this is actually kind of hard. So the thing is with operators is I actually don't main anybody, because as you get like better at the game, you don't main people. You just pick people that are going to be beneficial for your strat or your tactic you're running through that match. But if I had to pick a top 3, my favorite, or basically actually instead of favorite, I'm going to put the must need when you go into an attack. I'm going to go Hibana. Actually, Hibana or Thermite, anyone that can get down reinforcements, Thatcher, and then Ashe. I just like Thatcher, gets rid of those jammers quickly. Twitch can also do that, but Twitch, because of her nerf, I don't like her as much, but I like her gun a lot better, actually, which many people disagree with me on because of the recoil, but I love Twitch's gun. But I prefer Thatcher in most instances, and then I like Ashe just because Ashe is a quick player, gets in there fast, and just can get down those castle doors and things like that. For defense, I think my must-needs, must-haves, right now, I actually really love Ela. Everyone does. Her gun's amazing. And if you really play her correct, you basically get free kills. And another person I like, Smoke. Smoke's very good. It's almost a must-need on defense because he's one of those players where you can roam with him in the early parts of the round, but he's easily to go back on site and just stop plants and stop entry points, and he's very helpful. And then probably my third one is definitely Bandit. Bandit is a huge help. He gets rid of, he's kind of like Mute, but I like Bandit a lot better. Gun's better. He's a better player in my opinion. I think Bandit is probably one of the top defenders. So that's that for attackers and defenders. And then basically I'm going to go to customization here too. Let me see. I'll just do for those top 3. So with Hibana, you guys can see my loadout to the right there. I'm just going to hold it here because it's going to be easier to say. I have actually, no, I'll just go on to the main thing. So I use her Type 89, which most people should. Always put an ACOG sight on your gun if you can. And I have a vertical grip and a flash hider, and I have just some random skins, doesn't really matter. Then for her, I use her Bearing 9. Her Bearing 9 is absolutely insane. And then I use a stun grenade. I feel like I use stun grenades more than I use claymores, but it kind of depends on the situation. Then to continue for Thatcher, for his loadout, I use his L8582, and I use the ACOG, flash hider, vertical grip, same little camo kind of thing. And then I use his pistol. Don't really need anything on that because, actually, I'll just put something on it just because I can right now. I mean, if you can put stuff on it, I just recommend putting stuff on it. But if you don't have enough cash, it really doesn't matter for your secondary. I love his L8582. I don't even need to customize his other guns. I'm just so addicted to that gun. Then for Ashe, I like to use both of these. For some reason, I don't know why none of my attachments are in that one. For some reason, that's very weird. But basically, R4C, extended barrel, ACOG, vertical grip. Some people disagree with me on the extended barrel. I like the extended barrel a lot. I'm with Ashe, I don't know. That one's kind of debated. But that's my thing for Ashe. Then on to the defenders. My favorites for the defenders. Smoke, I actually don't use that much. Most of the time, that would be Melon using Smoke. But let's go down towards Ela. I mean, that's not Ela. Let's go down towards Ela. So I use her Scorpion Evo. Absolutely insane gun, in my opinion. Holographic compensator, vertical grip, and that's that. Then for secondary, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, but you know what I mean. Then for my second operator that I said I liked, which was, where is he? Who was it? Ella. Oh, Bandit. There it is. There he is. Bandit, I use his MP7, and something that I use on his MP7 is I actually suppress his MP7, which is, that's skeptical. Not a lot of people do it. Not a lot of people use suppressors, but I really like it on his MP7. I feel like Bandit's one of those operators where you could try to roam with him, and I like his suppressor on the gun. But I do swap this out here and there for the flash hider or the compensator. It doesn't really matter. I just depends on kind of what the feel of the match is at that point, or like what I'm going into. If like I know the team I'm playing against, I can change that in and out. That's that. For Smoke, I really don't have his customizations that well because I don't play him that much. Yeah, obviously you can see. But if I do need to play him, I can just quickly add all of those attachments if I need be. For some reason, lots of my attachments, I think it's because I was playing on a different computer. Lots of my attachments didn't save to the cloud, and I don't know why, but whatever. You guys understand. But that's basically that. There's probably some other settings I missed. If you guys want to see some more things that are like my favorite or have like any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and I appreciate you guys for watching.